ResortLoop.com is proud to be sponsored by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's now offers coffee subscriptions. You can order a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. You can choose from 3 collections: the Flavored Coffee Collection, the Roastmasters Collection, or the Disney Signature Coffee Collection. Each collection includes 3 bags per month. With the Joffrey's Coffee subscriptions, never run out of great coffee again. Learn more and order at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The body of water that you see to the right of our forward motion is the Seven Seas Lagoon. The Seven Seas Lagoon is a man-made creation that took 3 years and the removal of millions of cubic yards of earth to complete.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. I hope everybody is having a safe, relatively comfortable summer. I know in Ohio here, it's recently been very, very hot. Personally, I love it. It's very Florida-like, kind of humid, kind of hot, but we don't have a castle, and we don't have a repainted castle. So if anybody saw my Facebook post recently, I did put out there that, well, I didn't put out there. I'm hearing mixed reviews about the color of the castle. It does, in some angles, look a little more pink than I would have thought. I knew it was going to have deeper blue, deeper, darker, more pronounced blue on the castle. Like, apparently I didn't pay attention or notice so much that there was going to be pink tones to it. So I put out the Facebook post. I don't know if you happen to see it. The movie was from Operation Petticoat. I don't know if you remember that movie about the submarine that got painted pink. It was a whole primer incident, and then they had to leave, but in the middle of an attack. But anyway, comedy movie. Highly recommend it. Operation Petticoat. But no, it's a picture of the sailor outside there, the pink submarine, looking into the distance, and said something to the effect of, I don't know what it is, but I like the castle. But I was hearing mixed reviews, so I wanted to get some feedback on that. I'm not going to read all the comments or anything, but it seems to be about 50-50. A lot of people love it. Some people were a little less, that was a little less magical than what they heard. A lot of people were comparing it more to Disneyland, but I'm going to have to wait till I see it in person. Anybody that I've seen online so far, because, you know, they've just had some recent openings. I think one was a cast member day, and I think, today? Or anyway, very recently. The park's actually open to guests, so. But I've not heard anybody that's been standing in front of the castle and saying, boy, this is a little less than magical. I really don't like it at all. But again, we'll see how things go. Again, things will probably fade a little bit quicker in the Florida sun as it tends to happen down there, so. But I wanted to get talking about it. We have a couple Disney-related things. Now that the parks are reopening, very exciting time. If you're going to be down there, you should be over at Looper Nation Live posting pictures. Good friend Jeremy Hunt is down there posting what he's been doing. He's been at the Animal Kingdom. I think he was at the Magic Kingdom yesterday, but I might be misspeaking. Sorry if I am, Jeremy. But I'm hoping I can twist Jeremy's arm and have him on the show so we can talk about what things were looking like inside the park and everything down there. So Jeremy, you can expect a call. Anyway, it would not be ResortLoop.com, and it would not be Tim Scott if I wasn't also talking about Disney dining. So big news this week, just happened earlier this week about the new dining procedures. If you'd like to acquire some, are they reservations now? They were ADRs for the longest time. Who knows? You got to book dining, though. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the statement here from Disney. It says, as part of our phased reopening, your client can now book additional dining and experience reservations at Walt Disney World Resort. From dining inside the Beast Castle at Be Our Guest Restaurant in the Magic Kingdom and the culinary adventures of the World Showcase at Epcot to select table service restaurants. We'll go through this word by word, select, and they all might not be open. So your favorite might not be opened. We'll need to check on that. It says you can take advantage of a 60-day booking window that began on July 7th to plan your meals and other experiences. So this is not just dining. It's other possible Disney experiences, but trust us, we're more concerned about the dining. I'm kidding. But then it's dinner time. So the important updates to the food and beverage experience for Disney parks and resorts at Walt Disney World. We'll start off with in-park dining. Theme park guests will need a valid park admission and a reservation for park entry through the new Disney Park Pass system. So once again, you need to have a ticket to get into the park, and you need to have a reservation to get in the park before they'll even look at you for a reservation. Let's see. As well as a dining reservation for in-park table service restaurants for the same park on the same date. dining reservations do not guarantee admission to the park. So don't think if I booked dinner at Be Our Guest on Tuesday, I don't have a theme park reservation for Tuesday. But I'm going to show up on Tuesday, tell them I have a reservation, they'll let me in. They will say nay. They will say in the most magical way possible, we're sorry, you cannot enjoy the park tonight. Now that was for in-park dining. We'll jump ahead here to the resort hotel dining, which actually might be my favorite kind of dining, depending on the restaurant and what I'm hungry for. A confirmed dining reservation is required for day guests, and reservations are highly recommended for guests staying overnight at a Disney Resort hotel. So just because you're staying at the resort doesn't mean you can necessarily get in, but I don't think that's a surprise to anybody that's wanted to get into Ohana and has been staying at the Polynesian. You can't always get in. Again, someone once said you can't always get what you want. I wonder who that was. Disney Springs dining. Again, I like Disney Springs also. Select dining locations at Disney Springs are currently accepting reservations. So, no big surprise there. You could always, call the restaurant so you can get a reservation. A lot of people have been using, what's that service? Open Table? Is that the one? Open Table? Sounds right. Get reservations on there. You can also take advantage of the new My Disney Experience mobile check-in feature. It'll allow you to bypass the line at the podium and check in for dining reservations at select Walt Disney World Resort table service restaurants on their own mobile devices. This is pretty cool because you always had to kind of wait in that little mini line, although it wasn't too bad. And you sit up there and you say, "Hey, Scott, party of 4." They'll say, "Hello, Mr. Scott. Thank you for joining us here at the Liberty Tree Tavern. Please have a seat over there and we'll call you as soon as your table's ready." I don't know why I said Liberty Tree Tavern. I think I'm in the mood for some turkey. But yes, the My Disney Experience now has the, we all know about the mobile dining, mobile ordering they've had for the different counter service restaurants, but now you can check in at a table service restaurant using the same app. Tangent! I'm just going to mention this real quick. I find it very interesting that with everything going on, not interesting, it's actually kind of understandable that they've not launched their, the Disney Genie project they were touting at the D23. So my guess is they're going to wait to see how everything kind of balances out, evens out, and that will be the new Genie app will either be, My Disney Experience will be rebranded or replaced, but they don't want to launch that now and have that be associated with the whole COVID situation. But that's my own little guess there. Once again, remember, it's a 60-day window now, so this is very exciting. So if you have a Disney trip coming up, 60 days, dining, time to get on the phone. Or online, or the My Disney Experience app. And make some dining reservations. Maybe at Liberty Tree Tavern. We'll see. Some other recent Disney news I'd like to touch on. And this could be a biggie. If you're big on the flying in the Magical Express, we're going to need to touch on this. It says complimentary airport transportation by way of Disney's Magical Express for guests arriving and departing from Orlando Airport is continuing to operate during this period, during this new reopening period that's just beginning. It says beginning July 16th, so that's coming up soon. Luggage delivery will not be provided for those arriving to and departing from Orlando International Airport. Guests who choose to use Disney's Magical Express will be responsible for picking up any other checked luggage from the airport's baggage claim area and taking it to the motor coach. There it will be loaded for transportation back to your Disney Resort hotel, and then everyone needs to be aware that your luggage is going to travel with you to your resort. Where before, you just got on the plane, got off the plane, and the luggage showed up in your room. That's not the case right now. It goes on to say, luggage assistance will be available at the front of the Disney Resort hotels, including luggage storage and or transport to the room. When you're departing your resort, you need to make sure that your luggage is with you and loaded onto the motor coach so you can check it in with the airline once you reach the airport. The resort airline check-in service will not be offered at this time. When you get off the plane at Orlando, you have to go to the luggage carousel, get it yourself, take it to the bus. They call it a motor coach, more luxurious name for a bus. From there, you have to get it from the bus yourself when you get there. I mean, they'll take it off the bus, but you have to transport it from there either to the luggage services, or, well, imagine the bellboys or bellboys. Where did I come from? The 1920s? Bell services. Will be able to take it to your room for you, or they will store it, if you get there before your room check-in time to be safe. But I think the times of just showing up in your room without you doing anything, that's going to be done at least for now. So we'll have to see, what happens from there on out. But there'll be something you need to be aware of. Pretty much keep your eye on your luggage and know where it is the whole time. So That's always been kind of a biggie for the people flying into Orlando, taking advantage of Magical Express. I understand it's a free service for now. Just be aware they got to keep your eyes on your luggage and know where it is. And you'll be toting it around a little bit more than you used to have to. So I don't know if this will be a deal breaker necessarily for anybody. Maybe they will wait for a while. Maybe they'll consider driving. Maybe since you're going to have to get your luggage off the carousel now, you're going to want to rent a car. I understand you're going to have to pay for parking. Ugh. But at that point, maybe the convenience, you don't have to wait for a bus, and the way the rental car companies are now. And I got to imagine the car rental prices have to be super competitive right now. Maybe having the option of, driving to the individual parks now, rather than taking the Disney transportation. Maybe the opportunity to go off property, buy, some water, some beverages, run to the store. Maybe that's going to be a little more of a convenience factor for you. So I'll be interesting to see if this is going to be a little bit of a game changer for you and make you consider renting a car. Because remember, the car rentals at Orlando make it so easy for you to pick up your car at the terminal and just pretty much drive out if you remember any of those specialty car rental programs. What's mine? I'm usually a budget guy. I forget what they call theirs. Because, I normally drive down. So also, I know we talked about dining a little bit earlier. I thought I'd mention this out there. If you were in Looper Nation Live, you saw me cooking. Well, not actually cooking, but you saw me post a picture of myself cooking a little homecoming fried chicken for my daughter's birthday. That was the one food she requested. She's a big fan of the homecoming. She was like, I would love to have homecoming chicken. She said that, and my wife, her gears were turning. She's like, well, they're open. We could probably drive down. We could probably make it. And I'm being very quiet because I know where this is going. We could just maybe make a reservation. Wear masks. We'd be safe. We could make that happen. And my daughter was like, I just meant cook it at home. So anyway, I thought I had a last second trip there organized. So that's how we roll in the Scott family. We've been known to go down at the drop of a hat. We just need a little bit of encouragement. Also, I know I've been talking about Looper Nation Live quite a bit over there at Facebook. We've tried a couple of other things over there, get some interaction, which I've really enjoyed. One day we had Monorail Monday. Recently we had Fantasyland Friday. And we're going to do some more of those. So if you have some pictures around the park you'd like to share, keep an eye over at Looper Nation Live. If you're not a member, look us up over there. I just look to make sure you're actually a Disney fan. I've had some inquiries from people who aren't even connected to any Disney whatsoever. So we tried to filter that out. We could open it up to a lot of people, kind of make it an open group, but I think we would lose quite a bit of the Disney focus of the group. So I'm trying really hard to keep it, Disney-centric, positive-centric. If things require some criticism, at least we do it in a nice way. So remember, criticism is not a reason to be mean and nasty. That's my anti-bullying statement for the day. The more you know. One last thing with Looper Nation Live. I put a poll out there. I want to talk about this real quick before I wrap up the show. It was after the announcement that, Magic Bands, starting in 2021, are going to be optional. You'll have to purchase your Magic Bands. My guess is they'll be coming out, you already had the My Disney experience on your phone. I imagine it'll be jumping to the Apple Watch or your smartwatch if it isn't there already. But I put it out there with the announcement that that after the first of the year, your Magic Bands will no longer be complimentary. Or as some people say, complimentary. Would you purchase them for your vacation? The feedback was 86 votes for yes, I love the convenience. And 28 votes said no, I will use my Disney Experience app on my phone or my Key to the World card. So I will say I've grown to love the convenience of the Magic Band. 2, I can't wear a Magic Band without constantly checking it for time. I still do that all the time. But if you're wearing a smartwatch, and I don't mind whipping out the phone, although, okay, another tangent. This is a tangent-filled show. I think we have 2 so far. I have one of the Apple iPhones, what is it, the 10S, whatever, 10S Max, that Face ID. To this day, I think I still prefer the Touch ID. It's just me. I think it might just be me. I know people love it. I mean, I like it most of the time, but sometimes I just want to get a quick little glance at the phone without tilting it up and having it register. Oh, anyway, I'll talk about some of the comments here for the Magic Bands. Jessica Streeter says, I just use my old ones as long as they still work. Jessica, that is good to bring up. That is always possible. You can still use those until those batteries die. And they're supposed to last around 2 years or more, I'm hearing. I have not, I love not having to take out my phone or wallet. Michelle Rosario, I think she was trying to say that maybe her ticket might not be attached to the Magic Bands. I'm not sure. I think something auto-corrected in there, Michelle. Sorry. Chad Pennycuff. Chad, I still owe you a reply message, by the way. I'll keep using my Magic Keeper or my badge retractor. Your old bands still work. Absolutely. So he likes taking a little disc out and using those. That's always an option. I've never done that. but I've seen it done, and it's quite sharp. Caleb Allison says, I don't think your phone and our Key to the World card are going to get ride photos. Oh, that's a good point. Depends on how much they... I think it's going to all depend on whether you have your Bluetooth on your phone or your smart watch. Trust me, Disney's that thing out there thinking of a way to know when it's you, and it might just be facial recognition. I will throw that out there also. Jeff Cricken says, I love what the Magic Bands can do. No wallet needed. My room keys on them at all times. PhotoPass pictures are stored. Tag me, my Mickey ears wearing masters. I am ready. Margot Mead says, I would like to add an answer. I will use my old ones, perhaps occasionally purchase one if it is so cute, but I don't know why it has to be an either or. I had to make it hard on you. Had to make it hard on people, Margot. I don't want people waffling. Oh, now I want to waffle. But yeah, using the old ones, absolutely option to use. Murray Conway says, I'll just use my old ones. Katie Swanson says, I have younger kids, so I use old bands or get new ones for them. That's a good point. You got kids, you want to send them over to get something to eat. You keep an eye on them. They can go over and get it themselves. James Jamie Price goes, we'll see. Love you, James. Calvin Connor says, I think they should only allow you to get one per person per year based on the My Disney Experience accounts. They probably could have kept them from being free if they did this. Calvin, that's a good point. They keep track of everything, how many times you're there. I know a lot of people, if you had multiple day stays, say you had 3, 2, and 3, that'd send you 3 different Magic Bands. So, although you could opt out, I do believe, but it seems like they could have said, hang on to these. TJ Fry's not too sure yet. Joseph Klamier, sorry Joseph if I messed that up. Or select a prior Magic Band that fills my desk drawer. One has to still work. That is true. I do have one of those drawers too, Joseph. Jody Strock says, I don't really like things on my wrist, especially when I'm sweaty. Jody, that's true. That's true. Jonathan Key says, I've started a collection of Magic Bands. They're becoming a bit like pins in that way for them. Yeah, Jonathan, they know how to collect things or make things that people want to collect. I will give them that. Janet Salas says, I already have dozens. That's true. Jeff's asking her, how many does she have? She goes 6 or 7 times per year, although she already had 2 trips canceled due to the recent pandemic. Oh, Sheila Ginsburg says, I will use my old Magic Bands until they get an Apple Watch app. Hint, hint, Disney, if you are reading this, then Susan Gunn loves the idea of the Apple Watch app. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes I'll look into this Apple Watch. They get the app going. I don't know. I go back and forth. Every once in a while, I think the Apple Watch would be very interesting, fun. I don't know. Maybe help me with doing some physical activity. I don't know. Editing these shows isn't very physical. Although I do wear my headbands and leg warmers. So picture Olivia Newton-John. Everybody, don't picture that. Don't picture me wearing anything like that, or much less even sweating. I'm Tim Scott. Thanks for listening. If you have an idea for the show, be sure to reach out. If you're going to the parks anytime soon and you'd like to let me know how that goes, I'd love to hear about the recent park experiences. Anything with Magical Express, anything we've talked about on the show. I think I've already said Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com. Lots of new stuff coming. I thank you for your patience. It's been a hot week here in Florida. I wish I was in Florida. In Ohio, I've been having pool problems. I got it all sorted out finally, but keep moving forward. It was probably because of the volcano theme I put on the pool. The neighbors don't like it, but hey, they were setting off fireworks around me while I was trying to sleep, so I really don't care. You can get a little lava in their yard. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Everyone go out there, have a great week. As always, please go out there and share the gateway to the magic. We will see you, everybody. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com. At the Be Our Guest restaurant in the Magic Kingdom. Yada, 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 yada. Here's the good part. You all know the restaurants that are down there.